Why, hello there. So I've been making these kombucha geysers, and even though I cool it off in an ice bath, I have not been able to rein it in. And this is actually green tea and honey, so it's a yun or jun. I've only seen it written down. But the point is, it's also a hard kombucha, right? So I put extra yeast in there and extra sugar. And from what little I've saved, I saved half of it first time, a third of it yesterday, even though I cooled it off even more. So I've devised a plot to have it be harvested, so to speak, in here, and have some contraption to keep the liquids in. So I'm going to try to put this on here. So if there's a splash, right, and we also put this on here, you know? Oh, Jesus. So that if it does blow, the lid is not really blown off too much, right? And then somehow... But that's a tough one, so we're gonna... Hold on. And I also want to... yeah, because it's not a matter of flipping it. So, because sometimes you pop it, all right? It's a swing top bottle, all right? So you gotta push those two things out. And sometimes it pops, it starts to foam, and if you're quick with it, the problem is the minute it pops open, it just gushes everywhere, all right? I also want to protect my hands a little bit from the sharp metal, you know? This is a dangerous game. This is, you know, as I usually put the cloth over it, so if it blows a little bit, I have time to turn it over, but it's just so explosive. I don't have the time for it. This also hopefully protects my hands a little bit. I'll do it probably this way this time. I don't know. But I'll just let it blow and blow over into the bowl here, hopefully. We'll see. Hold on, let me, I didn't plan as much for this as I should have, but here we are. No, I don't have. Oh, Lord. It's really good, though. It tastes really nice and strong, and it tastes as it should. But we'll see. Hopefully, you know, I'll try to pop it. Because, again, the point is, it's just going to blow, and I'm going to try to have the lid deflected. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Oh, boy. Okay, it worked. Okay, I'll suck the rag. It worked. It worked. Okay, this is how you have to do it. I could do it with one hand to pop it open. Now, of course, the lid flew up. Let's squeeze this in here. Delicious. It's really good. I mean, I've had this before. What little survived of it. This was a brilliant idea. And yeah, make sure the rag doesn't completely go in there so it doesn't soak up the delicious. But I think we saved about, you know, the only place, it kind of, I think it blew out a little bit over here. You can see it right there. But wow, this is pretty good. Let's see here. So it's about halfway in here. Okay, so half of it's in here, half of it's in here. And the top, of course, blew off. And sometimes when I just put the rag over it, it sometimes flies off and I can quickly, but this, it just blows so much. It blows so much. So this is really nice. I'll do a taste test once this is all gathered here now. So I'll just pour it out normally and have a little taste test after this. All right, so let's do a taste test. It's an interesting, because one of the things that made it super explosive is that I put some of the strips from the top stuff that's floating around in the big gallon thing. I recycle it into these things. That does tend to make it more explosive, but I've never seen anything like this. A little bit of ginger. I also cut the ginger almost like little potato French fries. I cut off everything of it so it's all the ginger is exposed. The ginger makes it more explosive. Maybe if you don't have any of the outside root thing and you peel it off, maybe that makes it more explosive. I put as much sugar in it as I usually do, so that was right. But let's see what it tastes like. And it has that green tea flavor to it. I've made one without the hard extra yeast in there. that it wasn't really alcoholic. This is really good too. It's as kombucha should be. So anyways, that's it, and that's a good strategy for the rest of this batch. It's a little easier when you don't have to use a 4-gallon pot and everything else in the kitchen to do it, but here we are. So that worked, and yeah.